When we attend Mass, you'll be familiar with the line. After the priest would read the Gospel, even before he delivers the homily, he would say, "This is the good news of our salvation." That in all Masses every day, in all churches, the priest would always say, "This is the good news of our salvation." Iti ing mayap a balita ning kikatang kaligtasan. We need good news for our salvation. Marami po kasing bad news. Marami po yung fake news. Marami po yung mga balitang madadagdagan yung ating pangamba, ang ating takot, ang ating duda. We need the good news to encourage us, to give us hope, and to give us joy. Marami ho ba sa inyo ang pangalan Marites? Sa Sapang Bato, maraming Marites. Hindi po yung Maria Teresa, hindi po. Sabi nila yung Marites daw yung pag umaga pa lang, nasa kapitbahay at sasabi, "Mare, ano yung latest?" Chismis na po yun. Maraming nakikibalita about the latest. Pero nakakalungkot sa chismis, usually yung medyo binubulong-bulong, nakakasira ng kapwa. Nakakapanghina sa mga taong involved. It discourages people. O kung mayroon, nagkamali na sila, it does not help them. It makes it heavier for them, adding social pressure. Okay lang kung mag-marites po tayo. "Mare, ano yung latest?" "Mare, pumasa sa board ang anak ng kapitbahay natin." "Mare, si Lolo nakalabas na ng hospital." "Mare, may trabaho na yung kumpare mo." These are the good news that we need. "Mare, yung tindahan ko, dumadami na yung bumibili." That is our Christian mission. Seeking the good news. Make straight the crooked path. Fill the holes and flatten mga imperfection of the roads. Yung mga bundok, flatten them, and even the valleys, so that the good news of God's presence is realized. Looking forward is our expression. Ako gusto ko pong mag-share sa inyo ng mailan na good news. Nung panahon ng pandemya, nung maselan na maselan, usually nagme-message ako sa mga kaibigan. Yari, nag-birthday, wedding anniversary, nagpapamisa. Tapos te-text ko, "I'm looking forward to see you." Tapos sasagot, "I'm also looking forward to see you." That there is that longing to see each other. That there is this desire. Kaya sabi ko nga, this is actually an excerpt from my Advent recollection with BCBP last 2 Saturdays ago. The Brotherhood of Christian Businessmen. Sabi ko sa nila, there's a resurgence of faith. Nagbabalik ang mga nagsisimba. Our faith is being expressed far beyond our homes once again. Sabi nga, when you reach your rock bottom, there is no way but up. Pag sumagad na sagad ka na, talagang wala nang daan kundi lang pataas. Picking up the good news. May we become good news hunters. Nagtuturo po ako sa seminaryo. Yung sa subject ko po doon ang title, Homiletics. CHED, ang title niya sa CHED, Pastoral Communication. Sabi ko sa mga seminaristang estudyante ko, mga theologians, mga a few years na lang magiging pari na. Sabi ko, prepare something for your midterms. August po ito, August, medyo maselan pa. Huwag kayong mangaral. Maghanap kayo, mag-research kayo sa balita, internet, sa mga radyo, sa TV, sa newspaper, magazines. Look for the good news. Maghanap kayo ng mabuting balita, yung nakakalakas ng loob. Yung parang pag naghihina ka, magkakaroon ka ng pag-asa. Kung malungkot ka, matutuwa ka. Look for that good news. Sabi ko, kapag naging pari kayo, ang assignment nyo kasi, everyday sa buhay nyo, every Mass you celebrate the good news. Marami na kasing bad news, di ba? Marami ng confusing news. Marami ng discouraging news. Marami ng news na nakakatakot or even confusing. I believe after this pandemic, we do not only survive. Yung survive, yung sakto ka, parang sakto ka lang nabuhay eh. I believe after this pandemic, we are better and we are wiser. It's not the same. Nothing is lost. In fact, I pray that after this pandemic, we would not only survive, but we will thrive. Meron po isang teacher sa Holy Family Academy. Dito. Ang pangalan niya Joel Ocampo. Kaibigan namin sa Men of Light. Siya yung researcher namin. Nagka-opportunity siyang parang podcast. Pwede niyang ma-interview si Jose Marichan. In-interview niya si Jose Marichan. One question. Sabi nitong teacher, taga-Angeles, Mr. Jose Marichan, how can we overcome the challenges of the pandemic when the old, senior citizen, and the young, 18 years old below, cannot attend masses at churches? Paano po tayong magiging malapit sa Diyos niyan? Hindi man tayo makasimba sa mga simbahan? Bawal si lolo't lola, bawal itong mga bata. Usually, their students is 18 years old pababa, yung Holy Family. Alam niyo po sinagot ni Jose Marichan? Sabi ni Jose Marichan, Joel, before the pandemic, we attend masses every Sunday. That's about 50 masses per year. Binibilang pala ni Jose. And then, including the feast days and holidays, siguro our family would attend 60 masses in a year. But now, sabi ni Jose Marichan, every day, we attend masses online. Sometimes with Father Orbos, sometimes with Father Tito Calawag, sometimes in Washington or in Canada. Parang meron siyang anak sa abroad. And we attend Mass together. And I invite my children at home to attend with us online Masses. At sabi po ni Jose Marichan, there is an invisible grace that you feel in your heart when you attend Mass. May grasya na hindi mo man nakikita, pero nararamdaman mo sa puso mo pag nagsisimba ka. I'm so happy to hear that. In fact, ang dami kong naririnig ng pamilya ngayong pandemya, they have rosary together. Kahit yung nasa abroad, nandito, nagro-rosaryo. Mga nasa mga special ministries, online prayer meeting, Zoom, masses. I experienced mag-anoint, though it's not a sacrament per se. Kahit di po ako makapunta sa ospital, lalong bawal-bawal. Nag-anoint po ako Viber, Zoom. Though it is not a sacrament per se, but at least I'm able to pray with the family, sincerely with one another, praying for their loved ones who are sick. I could sense the hunger of the community with gusto. It's like longing of the balikbayan for the beautiful things we take for granted. Sometimes we take for granted what others miss, our simple things that we enjoy. Like sa Santa Rita po, sa San Basilio, Santa Rita, meron pong isang estudyante nung kaklase ko, kinukwento niya, farmer po sila, farmer. Meron silang tito sa London. Yung tito nila sa London, nurse. He lives in a flat, in a small apartment, alone. And binata pa po yung tito nila. Yung tagatawag sa telepono, itong estudyante, siya lang marunong gumamit ng teleponong online connection. Sunday, ang style nila, nagsisimba sila, tapos uwi sa baryo, nagbe-breakfast. Sama-sama sila. Sabi nila, usually pag December ganyan, tatawag sa abroad, tapos sasabihin ng tito, anong gusto nyo? Tito, rubber shoes. Tito, padala mo kami ng t-shirt. Tito, padala mo ng pabango, cellphone. Sige, lagay ko sa balikbayan box. Pero this time, tumawag sila for that purpose. Kaya lang nagbi-breakfast sila sama-sama. Sabi nitang tito sa London, "Oh, kumusta na kayo?" "O ito, tito, nagsimba kami sama-sama sa simbahan, Sunday. Ngayon nagbi-breakfast kami with lolo and lola." "Ah, talaga?" sabi ni tito. "Sino pang nandyan?" "Lahat kami nandito. Si Patang, si Nang, yung mga kapatid mo nandito, mga apo, pamangkin, nandito kami lahat, nagbe-breakfast." "Ah, talaga?" sabi niya. "Ako dito, ako lang mag-isa." "Anong kinakain ninyo?" "O ne, tito, single. Paksing bangus, tuyo, pritong ebon, tinapa, ating kami namang tapang damulag, kamatis, ampong mapaling kape." Umiyak nang umiyak yung nasa London. "Mayap ko pa, be-abe kayo, magkakasama kayo. Ako lang mag-isa dito sa London. Ako lang mag-isa, kinakain ko. Iniinit ko lang sa microwave. Tapos, kayo, ang dami dyan. Kanyaman yung kakanan nyo, gatas na mulag. Abe-abe kayo." Binatukan po yung pamangkin nilang may cellphone. "O yan, magpadala ka niyan." Kasi siya umiyak eh. Kasi, we take for granted what we have here. Isn't it? We are together. We have family. And something that we celebrate as good news. Minsan po, meron akong nagmisa ko, bago-bago pa lang misa dito. Bago-bago pa lang misa. Misang nagsimba, engineer po ito, engineer ha. Pagkatapos ng misa, umiiyak siya, umiiyak. Kaibigan ko po siya, "Engineer, ot kikyak na ka man? Why are you crying?" "Father, sorry. Ang tagal ko nang hindi nagko-communion. More than a year, Father, puro online mass. Father, puro act of spiritual communion ang prayer ko. This time, I received Jesus." And he was crying talaga. Napaiyak din ako sa kanya. And I saw the longing of his soul to celebrate the fullness of presence in our Eucharist. May kilala po ako sa abroad. It takes 2 hours para mag-drive ka to the nearest church na may pare, na may misa. Itong mag-asawa, hindi pareho yung schedule nila. Kaya po yung online mass natin, napakahalaga sa kanila. They are able to attend mass, at least online. And they feel their union and unity with us. We take for granted sometimes our presence and the presence of each and everyone. Ako mismo, I am longing for your presence. Alam niyo po, nung peak ng pandemic, wala mang misa dito. Nakasarang Clark. Nagmimisa po ako sa Sapang Bato. At pag nagmimisa ako doon, yung isang pinakamasakit sa akin, alam niyo po yung Easter Sunday, yun isa sa mga pinakamaraming nagsisimba, di ba? Easter Sunday. Kasi kung malaking piyesta yung pagsilang ni Kristo, Christmas, malaking celebration talaga yung Easter, yung muling pagsilang ni Jesus, or the new life, the resurrection of Christ. Kaya lang, doon inumpisan yung total lockdown. Walang nagsimba. Yung nagsimba, actually, they are functionaries. Yung magbabasa, readings, yung commentator, yung nag-operate ng online, at saka isang altar boy. Tsaka isang EMDC. Alam niyo po, after the Mass, I was crying. I was longing for your presence. Ang hirap palang magmisa yung walang tao, tapos nakarap ka lang sa camera, tapos sasabihin, "The Lord be with you, and also with me." parang may kausap ka, pero wala naman. Mabuti na lang kayo, nakikita niyo ako. Ako, hindi ko na nakikita. And you know, I'm very happy you are here. Totoo man po. Pwede niyong palakpakan ang sarili niyo. Salamat po. Ako. Though we want to be safe. We want you to be safe. I myself. But you know, ngayon nandito ako, I'm very happy. that we are here together. Pero, kahit na nandito na tayo, hindi po natin hihintuan yung online. Kahit wala ng pandemic. Halimbawa, next year, wala ng pandemic. We will continue our online masses because we discovered the interface of technology and faith. The reach, the access of our prayers, the graces of our masses, even online. There's preaching and technology. Yung mga Zoom ngayon, usong-uso na yung Zoom. See you Zoom, gano'n. Talagang mga meeting, pati misa. Umisan, nagmimisa ko po sa kwarto ko, online, 40 days, ganyan. It's a matter of practical need. Though we were valuing the real presence of our faith as an expression, sometimes it leads us to shy away, to even shun or permanently avoid or ignore or even reject the use of technology in our faith. Let the young lead us. Yung mga kabataan ngayon, sa klase nila, sanay sila sa online. Alam niyo po, sino tumulong sa akin sa misang online? Yung mga kabataan. Sa Sapang Bato, the kids helped me. The choir are young and the online operators. Ako hindi ko po alam i-operate yung computer sa online at least. They take care of it. I just give my homily. Di ba may kasabihan, the harvest is great, but the laborers are few and old. Kung minsan yung mga nagtatrabaho sa simbahan are few, matanda pa. We need the young. The youth resurgence providing new blood and the bloom in our old church. This is an eye-opener for our pandemic times to realize the gift of the young. Kaya nga po, we can continue to celebrate this. Hindi po tayo dapat matakot. Kasi sabi nung isa, Father, baka wala nang magsimba pagkatapos ng pandemya? Sanay na lang sa bahay. Pero sabi ko, we're celebrating 500 years of Christianity in the Philippines this year. 1521 and 2021. I realized after 500 years, the pandemic lockdowns and quarantines of few months will not deter the zeal of faith that is already embedded in our DNA. Our faith is already part of our identity, of our being and our soul. Parang nakatatak na, nakatato na yung pananampalataya natin sa ating kaluluwa, sa ating kalooban at kaisipan. That's why no pandemic, no quarantine, no lockdown would erase the faith that is already in us for the past 500 years. Alam niyo po, sa Sapang Bato, madalas pumupunta yung mga pulis, lalo ng panahon na bawal lumalabas, ng total lockdown. Eh yung mga batang na tumutulong sa akin sa online everyday, ang edad nila, 14 years old, 15, 16, bigla ka, high school, grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, grade 10. Pag wala silang klase, they really, at 6 p.m. Minsan po dumating yung mga pulis, bawal lumabas. Yung matatanda, they were asked to go back to their homes. Yung mga batang lumalabas, below 18, dinalagay doon sa basketball court. Parang tinatakot ng mga pulis. Wala pong tao sa daan. Sabi ko, mamayang misa ko, wala sigurong mga magsiserve. Wala sigurong mag-operate ng online kasi walang kabataan eh. You know, isa sa mga bata doon, dumating. Ang pangalan niya, Moy Moy. Moy Moy, ang pangalan niya. Pero ang talagang pangalan niya, Rando Tolentino. Dumating si Moy Moy. Ha? Putla-putla niya. Tapos, Moy Moy, ba't dumating ka? This is a few minutes before the Mass. Father, naalala ko, magmimisa ka. Walang mag-a-assist sa'yo kasi bawal kami lahat. O paano ka? Ba't nandito ka? Kasi Father, gusto kong tumulong. Walang online Mass kung wala kami. Oo nga, sabi ko. Dala-dala niya yung birth certificate niya. Sabi ko, Moy, ba't dala mo yung birth certificate mo? Pinahanap ko po sa tatay ko. Para ipakita ko po sa pulis na 18 years old na po ako. You know, I was touched by that boy. A good news for me. 18 years old, he already knows his commitment to the church. He already have that already etched in his mind. May obligasyon ako, tutulong ako sa simbahan. And if ever this pandemic would give us good news, I know you have your own. Proclaim the good news, my dear friends. Make way to the coming of Jesus in our times. May God bless us all, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Amen.